In this video, I'm giving you my complete runnable Blazor server starter kit that has vertical slice architecture, CQRS, mediator, .NET identity for authentication, a proper landing page, a working video game example library feature with full CRUD, and a few AI skills baked directly into the project. So the moment you start building on it, the AI already knows exactly how your code base works. So you don't have to do anything, just download, run, and build. Link as always in the video description below. But if you want to know how everything works, just keep watching. And this is how it looks, right? When you open the folder, the Blazor AI starter kit, after you downloaded it and you open it in Visual Studio Code, which I can honestly recommend now with all the AI stuff, then this is what you get. This is the Explorer here with the Blazor AI starter kit folder. And as you can see, I already have this one video games feature in there with all CRUD operations. You have your commands, you have also your queries, right, with the corresponding handlers. Everything is already there. And yes, this is built by AI, meaning exactly by this AI skill here, the vertical slice skill. So what is my goal with that? You can just download it and already have a structure for a Blazor server application with entity framework, using in-memory database, but maybe you see this skill here, add SQL Server Express. So you can run this skill to add a SQL Server Express database. And this is pretty similar then to also a Postgres database if you want to use that. But you also get the skill for vertical slice. You get the skill for building the corresponding UI. And what I like to do lately is using one skill to bump up the version. And this skill then not only bumps up the version, which uses the project file here with this version tag, right? It also updates the changelog because it looks then at your git commits, right? What happened since the last commit, and then writes your changelog for you. So this comes in pretty handy in my opinion. But let's just run this thing. And there we are. I zoomed into the screen. This is why everything is a bit bigger, but this is our landing page, right? And you can actually sign in or first register a new user. Let's do this real quick. We create the account, then we can go to the application. And again, the example entity here I have is the video game entity. And as you can see, we have a little dashboard here. We see some games already seeded. So here now we can go to the library. We can search for games. We can also add a new game, of course. We can edit them, right? Maybe change the rating to 10, save the changes, everything's fine. And we can also delete a game. So everything is already there for you. You also have the settings here to change your email address, password, whatever it is you want to change. But if you now want to know how this actually works at the code side of things or the AI side, so you want to extend this application, maybe use or add a new entity and a new slice for movies, let's say, right? Then let's go back to Visual Studio Code. As you can see, again, we have a bunch of skills there. In this example now, I'm using Copilot to do that and run the skills. You can also use Claude, doesn't really matter. / vertical slice, and there you also see this. It scaffolds a new vertical slice using CQRS for any entity you give this thing now. And let's add one movie entity and a new slice for that. It is doing its magic. It first reads the agents MD file, this markdown file, which is, if you already know that, in essence is pretty similar or exactly the same thing as the Copilot instructions file, right? But this is just, it enables any interface you use to read it, right? It's not just for GitHub Copilot, it's also used by Claude, for instance. And this is why I used an agents MD file here instead of the Copilot instructions file. It created 6 to-dos for us, read project conventions, right? Then it will create the movie entity, DTOs, then the use case slices, update all the database related stuff, and then just verify and build everything. All right, and we are finally done. We had a build error, but this is just because of a locked exe file, because the application was still running. But now everything works, no compilation errors. And here you see what this thing did for us. It created a bunch of files regarding all the vertical slice stuff, also database related things. And it now also tells us if you want the Blazor UI pages, we can just run the skill build UI, right? So this is just amazing in my opinion, because now we can see we have the movie entity and the slice exactly created the way we want it to be created, right? You can of course change the skill here when you have a quick look at the skill MD and give this thing a bit more space so you can read it better. This is how this looks. We have a name for this thing and a description, and the description is what our LLM is looking for, right? So when we write something that triggers this description, or it matches this description, then the skill will be triggered, and then it uses this whole documentation here to create the slice exactly the way it should be created. Now you might ask, why not put this into the agent's MD file, right? This would work as well. You're right, but this costs many tokens, right? So in that case, if we, for instance, now only want to build the UI and we would have the whole instructions for building vertical slice and the UI inside the agent's MD, we would read the complete agent's MD file, which costs lots more tokens, and tokens are getting more and more expensive, as you may already know. So it makes sense to just put, let's say, project related general stuff into the agent's MD file, and then everything else into separate skills. This is one big advantage of the skills. And the other one is that you have the structure, right? For repetitive work like this thing here, and you still want it tidy, right? A clean code and not one slice with, I don't know, folders for only the entity and then another slice where you have folders for every single use case. Then this makes sense as well. Anyway, I just want to show you, we have our movie slice now here, the way we want to have it. We also have it in the database. And now I suggest we also run the build UI skill. So build UI, there it is, also for the movie entity. And now our UI will be built. All right, UI is done. As you can see, we got a bunch of new components or pages, right? And when we run this app now, as you can see, we also have now the movie library, right? So here it is. We can, again, add a movie. We can go back, edit it, and so on. Now, the only thing left really is here the Add SQL Server Express skill and the bump version skill. But I suggest you just download the whole package and try it out yourself. Works the same way. For instance, bump version here is the next skill. You don't have to enter anything here. You can just run this thing and it will then update the version, and then decide for yourself, do you want to just push this to GitHub or already deploy it to Azure or whatever it is. Now, if you are a complete beginner with all that AI stuff, then I recommend watching this video next, because there I explain you in detail what this instructions or this MD file, this agent's MD file here is actually all about, right? Why do you need this thing? Watch this video and you know.